What is up, everybody? It's been a hot minute, so we're back, and we have this awesome new collab over in Langrisser. It just looks great. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. When I first saw this and I was looking at the characters, I was like, okay, we got this little kid with a sword, and you know this little girl. I mean, she can't be more than 9 years old, running around with her little red bow. And then we got this guy over here, who is the SR character that you unlock just from playing the event. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna go in there and grind out like 30 more shards of him or whatever I need to get this hero for free. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, how are these little kids going to help in the land of Langrisser? Do they have superpowers? And when I actually started looking at these characters, they have little Chibi Gundams. Oh, it's so awesome. So, I don't know what anime this is. It is all in foreign language to me, but I do believe it's called Battle on something mountain? Okay, we have Battle on Sokai Mountain. Alright, so we have Wataru, the little boy, and Himiko, the little shinobi girl. So yeah, when I actually saw their little Chibi Gundams, I mean, I don't know if they're obviously not called Gundams in the show, or game, whatever this is, but to me it just kind of looks like a Chibi Gundam. Where their heads are huge in proportion to the rest of them. It's adorable. It's still pretty cool though. They're pretty cool looking little Gundam machines, whatever you want to call them. So I thought that was just dope. Right? And then I started actually looking at the characters. They're pretty fascinating little characters. I can tell you right now, this girl, Himiko, not only does she borrow from Naruto and turn herself into a log when you attack her, and then she teleports to the nearest ally. So that is really awesome for an assassin to be able to go out and attack somebody, and then when somebody goes in to attack them, boom, they just disappear like Naruto and teleport to the nearest ally, which hopefully is a tank. So very gnarly right there. And this little dude, Wataru, he is the only character, I think, or one of the only characters that actually has healing built into his talent. So like at the beginning or end of the turn, whatever it is, he automatically heals. Usually you have to pay skill points for that. Usually you have to bring an ability that has healing on it. Like Altamuller and a lot of the flyers, you can use up one of their ability slots to take some sort of healing with you. It's very handy. Like, obviously it's nice for a healer, or for a flyer, or pretty much anyone to be able to heal themselves, but it really helps flyers because flyers tend to fly out of the reach of your healer. So this kid, Wataru, he has it built in to his talent, so he's gonna heal every turn for free. That is pretty awesome. He also has a 1.9 times modifier for one of his abilities, and he's still attacking with an S stat. So that might be the hardest hitting attack in the game right now, because even Leon is only attacking with a 1.7 modifier. Ashram's most powerful attack is a 1.7 times modifier. So the fact that this kid Wataru has a 1.9 with his Gundam, that is just absolutely phenomenal. Oh yeah, and also since they're Gundams, they move more. Like instead of moving 3 blocks, they automatically get to move 4. So these are just the first things that I've noticed off of these characters. Obviously I just pulled them. They are not bonded by any means, but we will run them and just kind of see what they are all about. Here is Himiko. This is pretty much just whatever I had laying around that I put on her, right? Let's see, actually. See, sometimes when you look into the class, it'll tell you something special about him. The evolved form of Genjimaru, his mighty giant shuriken is nigh unstoppable. Okay. Yeah. This girl also can break people's movements. That alone is game shattering. It's very PvP awesome. If you can hit a whole team of units and you can break their movement by 1 to 3 blocks, you can effectively just pretty much paralyze a team, right? Let's see, what's her 3C? Attacks all enemies in 3 lines, right? Increase crit by 20%, deal 0.38 AoE damage, and reduce the target's mobility by 1 to 3 at random for 2 turns. It's not even for 1 turn, it's for 2 turns. If this attack hits at least 3 enemies, reduces the skill's cooldown by 3. So as long as you're tagging multiple enemies, 3 of them at a time, you're going to get the cooldown on this to go down substantially. You are just going to be breaking movement left and right. Breaking movement is huge. If you break a tank's movement and he can't move, then he can no longer tank, right? If somebody's 2 blocks away from you and you have a tank ability that lets you block and guard people 2 blocks away, if your movement is reduced down to 1, you can no longer reach those people. You can no longer tank for them. So this would be one thing if this was like some single target ability, because it would be much easier to keep up with and you know, try to negate this. But the fact that she can hit pretty much a whole party with this and break all their movement, you might have something to undo some of that, but you're gonna have to pick and choose. It's gonna be one of those things. So I think she's really badass for that. And then, you know, when somebody does attack her, she can turn into, she can borrow a page from Naruto and turn into a log and use some ninjutsu. They even call it ninjutsu. Apparently that's turning into a log. But yeah, her talent, increase crit and crit damage by 20%. I love crit characters. Her crit is her skill is an S. Yeah, this is just, that's very nice to have in general. After actively attacking and dealing damage to an enemy, has a 60% chance to apply 1 random ninjutsu effect that lasts 1 turn, cannot be dispelled, ignores immunity. Before being forced into battle, renders the unit of both sides unable to attack, and then teleports yourself to the nearest friendly unit after battle. So you pretty much just ignore the battle and teleport away. And this has a 4-turn cooldown. Obviously, this girl is only 4 stars, so the cooldown on that's going to go down. That just makes her very awesome. And, come on, she looks pretty damn cool. Look at her little Gundam. Look at that thing, it's just awesome. It is just awesome, right? So that is her ability. She also has ninjutsu, Sacred Cow. Maybe that was supposed to be Crow. I don't know. Sacred. Oh, Gao. I don't know. Let's see. Physical damage attacks all enemies in 1 straight line, dealing 0.3 times AoE damage. Nothing too awesome, but this causes a displacement effect, so it knocks the target back by 3 blocks. That is actually really awesome because it pushes people by 3 blocks. That's a good amount. Yeah, a lot of units only move 3 blocks. You can push them 3 blocks back and, you know, keep hammering them with shurikens. She also has, obviously, Shadow Raid, and this one right here, Riposte. I could never, you know what, I was always wondering what the hell. Riposte. Yeah, this other, rogue ability, pretty much both of these are rogue abilities. Shadow Raid and this one, crit increase by 20%. So yeah, pretty much just rogue stuff, but this girl's setup makes her so good at utilizing rogue stuff. So I would say the only other character kind of close to her is Omega, because after he attacks, he teleports back to where he started, so you can kind of toe the line. You can pick off an enemy, take one of the units out, and then end up outside of the threat zone where they can't reach you. And really, in order to do that, you typically need the bow for Omega that gives him increased range. I haven't given this girl that bow. I think she does just fine without it, because remember, she does have a higher movement. Let's see. Yeah, I gave her the Crystal Stinger just for now because, well, I had this laying around and I had this roll on it. Wasn't that bad. But we'll see. We'll see how she runs. She's only at 5k power, right? So she was the first character I pulled very interesting and fun to play with, because I did get to run her around while I was trying to pull for Wataru. And I gotta say, guys, it was a pretty brutal pull session. Really, we'll talk about that. Here's Wataru. Let's see, does he have anything in his class that makes him special? A new form of Rujamaru. Okay, so that must be what these little Gundams are called. Rujinmaru. Rujinmaru. Okay, that sounds right. That sounds right when I say it with intensity. Rujinmaru. Okay, hold on. Let me try. Rujinmaru. Yeah, that sounded right. Okay. So Rujinmaru. Born with the soul of Sojamaru. Okay, that's not so bad, because like Rujinmaru, they both have the same ends. Okay, I see what they're doing here. They're gonna keep messing with this Jinmaru word and putting different things in front of it. So we got Rujinmaru, Sojinmaru. Cool. It possesses the unstoppable power of justice. Okay, so that unstoppable power of justice, that must be, let's see, must be one of these abilities right here. So he has an ability where this thing's pretty cool. Pushes you to the target, and after use you can move another 3 blocks and perform an attack. This is going to catapult you into combat. This is very cool. It's got a 4-block range. You gotta figure, this dude moves 4 blocks, and then he can pull himself over to somebody that's 4 blocks away from them, and then he gets to move another 3 blocks and attack. That's pretty awesome. That is an 11-block assault range with that. And on top of that, he gets Soaring Dragon Blade, attacks single enemy, 1.4 times damage, but before battle, dispels 3 buffs. That's very nice. You just get to strip 3 buffs, and then you get to do your 1.4 times damage to somebody that's like 11 blocks away. That's pretty freaking awesome already. Attack break, we're used to that. There's Air Slash. Where was the other one? Flying Dragon Fist. Okay, this is the other one I have. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 1.2 times damage. Your melee soldiers will also attack at the same time. Reduces the target's mobility by 2, so he's breaking mobility. And renders them unable to guard. So this can really screw over a tank, right? It's going to break the tank's mobility and renders them unable to guard. This effect lasts 2 turns. And the skill is not affected by melee damage reduction. That's actually a pretty big deal, because there are damage reduction builds in this game where your character's running around with 65-70% damage reduction, and if you can't get through that, like, you cannot hurt that character. Well, you know, this might only be a 1.2 times modifier, but this does it does ignore melee damage reduction, so that is pretty awesome. But he does have a 3C, of course, and this thing is absolutely gnarly. So this is like obviously going to be the most powerful thing this guy has. This is the 1.9 times damage, attacks single enemy, 1.9 times damage, dispels 5 buffs on enemy unit before battle. If the target has 1 or less mobility, it is stunned. Holy cow. That's really gnarly. So you break their mobility enough, this will also stun them on top of doing your 1.9 times damage. Oh, and then increase damage by 20% and renders them unable to trigger effects that resist fatal damage. This cannot resist fatal damage effect, is only effective in arena, of course. So he can potentially kill off a tank with this that can come back to life, and it's not going to let him come back to life. Very useful. After successfully killing an enemy unit, which you probably will with your 1.9 times freaking attack, gain depletion, reducing damage dealt by 30% and restoring 30% of the unit's hit points. I'm gonna have to really look at that and test that out, because when it says reducing damage dealt, is that reducing the damage he does or the damage that he's taking? I don't know, because it seems like that kind of helps him and hurts him. It does restore 30% of his hit points. So yeah, I'm gonna have to actually, unlock this thing and play with it. But this is really awesome stuff right here. 1.9 times modifier. I think we all have a pretty good idea of how powerful that is. And he looks pretty damn cool too, right? I'm going to be running him with Joshua and Yusuke, so Heroes of Time faction. This is why I pulled them. And I think they're going to be a good fit. I think they're going to be able to do a lot of fun stuff, breaking a lot of movement. So, yeah, here's his talent. All right, for every one friendly unit on the battlefield, increase attack and defense by 2%, up to 10%. So, I mean, that's cool until people start dying off. At the start of each turn, restore 20% of units' hit points. And this guy's only at a 3-star. That's pretty awesome. When hit points is at 100%, and you're forced into battle through ranged attack, reduces the damage taken by 15% and counter attacks range attack within 2 blocks. Yeah, the one time I did run this character, an archer went up to him and tried to shoot him, and he retaliated, and I was like, how the hell is he doing that? Well, he's doing it with his divine talent. This is also what's healing him by 20% every turn, so very, very solid talent for what this guy does. I mean, he's gonna be gnarly, and I think the girl has an awesome talent too, and her ability to break movement. And of course there's also an SR character. Where is he? He's down here. He's down here. I'm gonna get this guy. I'm 10 shards away from getting him. But really the creme de creme are these two main characters. I don't know if this guy's like their coach. He's teaching them how to control their little Chibi Gundams. So yeah, he has his own little Gundam too. Very cool stuff. I do have to talk about the summon process. It was brutal this time, guys. I ain't gonna lie. Your boy did not have the luck that he's been having. For those of you just tuning in, I've been pulling an SSR unit out of like, I don't know, 35, 37, 40 pulls, something like that. And that's just how it's been for a while. But luck doesn't always last. My luck did run out. I actually had to pull 4 whole characters to clear this banner. The first character I pulled was Himiko. And I did get to mess around with her and play with her for a day while I was trying to pull the other character. So the second SSR I pulled was a dupe of her, because it would have just been too easy to clear the banner. Then after that, I actually pulled an off banner. And then the fourth pull was Wataru. So, yeah, that was my brutal pull session in this game. And honestly, I gotta say, this is why I love Langrisser. I have no problem once in a while chipping in $200 to pretty much pity a character. It's not that bad when I compare it to the $800 price tag of other gachas, and that is why this game is so sustainable, right? We also only get a limited collab once every couple of months. It's like they're not trying to kill their player base off. I absolutely love it, right? The one really, really bad experience that I had in Langrisser and it was just bad luck, I kept pulling the same unit over and over and over again. I pulled the same unit like 11 or 12 times before I got the other one. Well, guess what? Langrisser put in an exchange. They put in an exchange so that crap can never happen to anybody. How awesome. How progressive of them. I sure wish other games would follow suit. And yeah, because it is what it is. If you give a player that bad of an experience, they're going to end up walking away from your game. Now we have a system in play where, let's see, you get one of these little essence crystals when you 6-star one of these characters. This would have made my terrible pull session not that damn terrible, because obviously I would have been able to pity the other character. I wouldn't have had to pull the same character 11 times. So it is cool that they put this in. I haven't actually had to use this thing yet, right? I haven't had bad luck enough to where I've managed to 6-star a character, you know, and then pretty much just pity another one off of that. I can pretty much clear these banners. The worst case scenario, okay, I'll go in a couple $100 to support this game that I love. And as a bonus, they do give you some cool skins. Basel just got an awesome skin. If you go in on this collab, this is one of the things that you can get. Where is Where is old Basil? Here he is. Yeah, so here's Chibi Basil. I think this is dope. Like, it is pretty much just, I mean, it's Basil. It's Basil's head with feet, with little Gundam feet. I don't know. I think this is really cool. Gives me a reason to run Basil. So that was how this poll session went. All in all, like I said, not too bad. Hopefully my luck will go back to what it was, and I can start pulling characters, you know, every 35 pulls. But this time I had to roll with the punches, and like I said, not that bad, right? I know what worst case scenario is, I know what to expect here, and I know that it's totally doable, and that is why I constantly keep playing this game. It's just sweet. So, threw in my couple $100, supported the game, got the skins. All in all, very happy right now. So let's actually see if we can run these fools. Let's see if we can run these fools. Oh, okay. I kind of remember this one. Alright, we already got Joshua out. Actually, let's put Basil out too. Look at that awesome little skin of his. Basil looks great. Let's see, and where are my little Chibi Gundams? Alright, Gundam party. There's one. There's one. Where's the other one? These are ranked by powers, so she's got to be back here. Oh no, I lost her. What? Is she that much of a ninja? she's just that badass of a ninja. Am I looking for a little log? You're kidding me. She can't be all the way down here. Oh, I guess she is. There she is. There she is. There's my other little Chibi Gundam. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. We're going to want to faction buff because, well, these new characters need all the extra stats they can get. And let's just see what we can do with them. So first of all, this guy, here we go. Like I was saying, you can pick somebody, and this can be a friend or a foe. He will move over to them and debuff them. Boom. Oh, and I got Breeze to proc. And then you also get to attack. Oh, look at that. We even have the art up. This is cool. Hadouken! Yeah, that's right. He said it. Copyright that shit, bud. I heard it too. I know you heard it. Hadouken! Come on, that looks pretty dope. I dig it. That's not even his 3C, so it's really cool that they're taking the time to put that in for characters. I dig that. So here's this girl. Let's see. Oh, we can't reach one of the archers. And of course, she also gets to use sorceresses. They are very powerful. It's one of the best magic damage troops in the game. It's really awesome to be rocking them. So she is absolutely deadly from 2 blocks away. No, Wataru was not at 100% hit points, so he could not retaliate. Oh, but he did manage to score a free heal. It's so nice to get that. I gotta say, it is very nice to be scoring them free heals like that. Ooh. Yeah, all in all, great character. I dig that. Oh, that's right. And this girl, she can drop her AoE. This is the one that displaces everybody by 3 blocks, but since they're pinched in between my other character, the sorceress is only going to move 1 block. And actually, let's just get rid of her because I don't want her casting spells. And Sakura is just pretty much here to be a babysitter. and Basil's just here to show off his new skin. Basil does look pretty cool, though. Booty-doo. Look at that. Wataru just healing himself up. No big deal. Alright, little sister, here we go. Finish off some of these nasty golems. That is pretty cool too. I like the shuriken. I like it. I dig it. So very cool characters. I was not able to show off how the girl cancels combat and teleports away, but I mean, you guys pretty much, you get the gist of it. It's pretty awesome. The fact that she can do that, that is just something very useful for a rogue. I think it only applies to close quarters combat though. But still, that is very, very useful against certain enemies. She's just going to be super OP. Actually, here we go. Shadow Raid. And those sorceresses just finish everything off. You know what, let's use Basil. Basil, you look pretty cool, bud. Okay, that doesn't really stack up with the shuriken that homegirl throws, but it's still pretty cool. Basil's an OG. You can't expect his art to be as good, okay? Alright? I'm just thankful he got a new Chibi Gundam skin. So these are the new characters in this collab. Very cool, very fun stuff. I can see them being super powerful. This girl could probably do a bunch of damage in PvP, and Wataru here with his 1.9 times modifier, I'm pretty sure he's going to be good all over. The fact that they have the extra movement, they can easily have cavalry movement if you give them items that increase their movement. So because they are both at a 4 automatically, and I just think that's the advantage you get for, I don't know, being in a little Chibi Gundam. In fact, I wish they would have increased Basil's movement by 1 with this new skin, but that would just kind of be OP. I'm sure people would bitch about it because, I mean, that is a very unfair advantage. So all in all, pretty cool. Good stuff over here. Enjoying it. Definitely. So, hey, if you want to get your Chibi Gundams on, get in here and roll these characters up because they sure are fun to play. I gotta say, battle on. I'm going to definitely check out this show or game or whatever this is. I'm definitely going to look into this. I want to know more now. So yeah, guys, if you're a fan of this show or this game or wherever this collab came from, leave me a comment. Let me know because this is like really my first time. That's kind of rare for collabs with me. Typically, I see a collab and I'm like, oh yeah, that's this. But this one's new to me. So, I don't know, is it an anime, is it a video game? You guys tell me, anyone that's familiar with this, but I will say, this collab has brought something awesome to this game. These characters are fun and unique. There she goes, turning into a log. The art is great, and, you know, I wasn't expecting a little Chibi Gundam thing, and I just think it's awesome. So, you know, Langrisser fans, rejoice. I will talk to you all soon. I hope you enjoyed the vid.